Yo, what's up? What's up? This is your boy Puerto'S 77, and I am back with a live video, Puerto'S Point Live. What's going on? I'm on a day off. It's raining a lot out here in North Carolina. It's crazy. Supposedly we get in a tropical storm. Nothing compared to what's going on in Texas. And prayers out to the people in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Let's hope they're able to get through this. Strong Americans, you know, there's a lot of people out there helping. It's just crazy. You know what? Let me just talk about just something real quick. It's amazing how it takes disasters to bring us together. And we can't, on a day-by-day basis, just what we're doing, what people in Texas are doing now, and you know, across the world. Whenever there's a disaster, at that point we forget about our color, we forget about how much money we have, we forget about who we are, you know, we forget about all that, because it's us versus this disaster. And it's just amazing that it takes disasters to bring us together. But once the disaster's over, we back on our liberal versus conservative, Republicans versus Democrats, black versus white, rich versus poor, the haves versus the have-nots, and all that nonsense. But then everything equalizes when death is involved. Because make no mistake, death is, you know, my dad always told me that there's nothing fairer in this world than death. And I didn't understand that. I didn't get it. I always just to say, man, if anything, death is probably the most unfair thing in the world. You know how many young people die, or people who are healthy that die? And my dad's like, that's exactly why it's fair. Because it doesn't matter what your position is. You could be the most healthiest person in the world or the sickest. You're going to die. You could be the oldest man or just a newborn out the womb. You're going to die. No amount of money can help you, and no least amount of money can help you. There's nothing that's going to stop you from death. It is the ultimate equalizer. And I think when humankind goes face to face with death, that's when we realize our possessions, our traits, our characteristics, everything that we fight about or we argue against doesn't matter when death is knocking on our doors, you know. And it's just sad that we can't see that on a day-to-day basis. It's just sad that for us to be in harmony, the angel of death has to be looming over us, and that's just the only way to do it, man. It's just insane. But anyway, prayers goes out to those in Houston. I donated some money to the Red Cross myself personally, and that's just me, you know. And I'm not saying that I have a lot, but what I do have to give, I give, you know, and nothing wrong with that. But if you're out in Texas and you're listening to this, I hope you're safe. And, you know, and if you're using this moment to find a little entertainment, then, you know, good on you, you know. But with that said, is everything all right with Twitter? I don't know. Something's wrong. Okay, everything's cool. Everything's cool. All right. Anyway, let's get on. Let's get on with everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Retweet, like, you know, and if you're new to this, subscribe. But and everybody here that's in the chat room, Caleb, Garuda, Ruham, who appreciate it, man. You guys always down. Chance, thank you so much. Frey, thank you so much. Rooster, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for, you know, DR Vena. Thank you also much, C Trigger. Oh man, my man C Trigger's out in Texas. Hey man, I hope everything goes well for you, man. You know, I know it's easier said than done, you know, but you know, inanimate objects, houses, things like that could be replaced, you know, but people can't. So I hope you and your family and your friends are safe, man, because that's what's most important. Everything else, I know it still sucks, but as long as, you know, lives come back out on top, you'll be okay, brother. But anyway, my prayers are with you, brother. All right. Tony Mo, man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. But I wish you all the best, you know. But you guys are strong down there. You know what I'm saying? I've seen all the people helping each other, the communities going together. It's just incredible what you guys are doing down there, man. You're an inspiration to a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? So keep your head up, and you know I wish you all the best. Hellspawn, thank you for showing up. Marcel, thank you for showing up. You know, I haven't dope. You're not too late. We're gonna kick it off in a few. Let the chat room is filling up nicely and stuff like that. Retweet, you know, like the video, spread it out. But we're gonna talk about something. This is important. This is gamer shit across the board. You know, and I think it's enough. And this is not a, you know, I mean, you know what? This I don't know how to put it. I may have to retitle the thing, but I think we need to stop with the whole exclusives don't matter. It's getting out of hand, and some people are believing it so much that now they're rewriting history. You know, just maybe a few minutes ago, I was typing on Twitter, and one dude said, you know, let me look back at it. He said specifically, I'm not gonna name his name, but right now it's pretty popular right now. But he said exclusives have never sold consoles, in my opinion, and I mean never. It's always been about performance and always will be. Exclusives are a plus. Yeah, so now it's getting ridiculous now. So now we're at the point where exclusives never matter. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy now. You know, and listen, I get, and then I'm gonna be honest, it's coming from one side of the community. You know, some members of the community, which is the Xbox community. Some, not all, because I see a lot of Xbox dudes says that exclusives do matter and they want exclusives. But you got this small segment that is saying, that's doing this movement of exclusives don't matter. You know, and it's kind of crazy because when you think about it, what put Xbox on the map and what made it into a popular brand was the exclusives. It wasn't Madden or Call of Duty that made Xbox popular. It was the exclusives. It was Gears, it was Halo, it was Forza. You know, during the OG Xbox days, it was Jade Empire. You know, hell, at one point Ninja Gaiden was exclusive. You know, every console's identity is based on exclusives. Nintendo's identity, you know, let me put it this way. Some people who didn't start in gaming 30 years ago, whatever, don't even remember or don't even know that Nintendo used to have third-party support. Castlevanias, you know, let's say all-call support. Nintendo's name for exclusive. Every console's identity is within the exclusives. You know, if you just have a box that plays Call of Duty, 2K, Madden, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, Ghost Recon, Overwatch, what box am I talking about? Well, we don't know because every box has those games. Playing those games has no identity. You know, if you're choosing one platform over the other, it's because something specific to that platform has. You know, something real specific. And 9 times out of 10 is exclusive. You know, now, are there gamers that don't care about exclusives? Sure, you have gamers that don't care. You know, some people don't really care about the exclusives. They just care about the games that they like, and they just want to play it on the platform that either has the best online or where their friends are at. I get that. I mean, I get that. But exclusives plays a huge role in the decision of what console people want to buy, only because it's more games to play. You know, if console A has multiplats and console B has multiplats and exclusives, you know, throughout the life of that console, console B will most likely be the winner. And it has been shown time and time again. You know, Power has not, to this day, Power has not definitively won a generation. The OG Xbox and the Nintendo GameCube was more powerful than the PS2. They had better running games, better looking games. But the vast amount of PlayStation 2 library, which ultimately made it was mostly exclusives, overwhelmed people. Same thing with the PS1. Super NES, hell, Nintendo Entertainment System, it just goes on. Exclusives matter, you know. But and here's the thing that's concerning. If this small segment of gamers who believe exclusives don't matter have their way, then potentially your brand that you prefer won't push exclusives because they get in the narrative and exclusives don't matter. Everybody else in all the community knows exclusives matter. PC gamers know exclusives matter. Nintendo gamers know exclusives matter. PlayStation gamers know exclusives matter. And I would even say a lot of Xbox gamers know exclusives matter. I don't understand this small segment of gamers that are pushing this narrative, and I don't understand the reason why. I don't understand the reason why you're not fighting for more exclusives. Here's the one thing: exclusives is not just more games, but it's games built to the platform that you prefer. That's where you're gonna get the most out of your console. That's where you're gonna get the most best performance and best looking games. It's rarely the multiplats that do that, because multiplats, they have to cater to multiple platforms. All right. I'm gonna give you another conversation. I got gamers here. This is a conversation. How can I put it? All right. There's people who argue whenever these exclusive topics comes up, they want to argue who the exclusives really benefit. Like, I don't get, like, I understand exclusives is primarily a company's way of selling you a product. I understand that. But who cares? Because in the end, the person who bought the console wins. You know, if a person chooses a product, right? If a gamer chooses a console, right? And they're trying to wonder which console to get. And they get that console and they'll be like, you know what? I'm going to choose console A because I see this company's pushing more exclusive games than console B. I'm not going to mention dude's name, but he's saying that doesn't benefit the game, only benefits the company. Well, no, actually, I disagree. It does benefit the gamer. Because if the console gamer chose B, the console that doesn't get the exclusives, that means he or she's playing less games. Why would you choose the product that plays less games? Sure, it may have enough games in itself to play, primarily the multiplats, but why is it not a benefit for the gamer to choose the console that has those same multiplats plus even more games? Because it's exclusive. And no, it's not Zaire, believe it or not. Believe it or not, it's not Zaire. Zaire's not like that. Zaire, in fact, Zaire understands exclusives. He never really argued. He just thinks multiplats are more successful, but what he doesn't understand, the reason why multiplats are more successful is because it's on multiple platforms. Like, no crap. A game that's on Xbox, PlayStation, PC will most likely have more success than a game that's just on PlayStation, or a game that's just on Xbox, or a game that's just on PC. You know, the combined might of multiple platforms will leverage more success than an individual game on one platform, you know. But what that individual game on that one platform does is it helps sells the console. When the console sells, developers and publishers take notice. When developers and publishers take notice, they tend to do more for that console. They try to strike deals. They try to provide exclusive content. Or some might just make a game specifically for that platform because they can't afford at first to make a game on multiple platforms, so they decide to go with the biggest install base. So it's reciprocal. You know, in the end, the gamers get the most out of it. What I understand is some people view gamers that are happy about exclusives like something childish, which I don't understand. I really don't get. I'm just I really don't get it. I mean, I'm reading a Twitter, and well, in fact, let me read this Twitter. Let me just read it to you. This is a tweet longer, and it's from Crazy One. Tac NLG at Crazy177. All right, cool dude. But I'm gonna read you what he said, and this right here. So he wrote a little, a little comment post on him. And its title, Should MS Rethink Its Take on Exclusivity? Exclusive. And this is all his words, right? He put exclusive. And this is all his words again. He said, in my opinion, it's the word that currently is the most overvalued word in gaming conversations on Twitter. Overvalued. Interesting. Anyway, for some gamers, exclusive has taken on the qualities of a talisman. To a lesser degree, I used to value exclusivity as well. But that kind of came to an end when MS introduced Xbox Play Anywhere. When I realized I lost nothing at all when QB went to Windows 10 Store, I came to realize that there was no reason for me to personally value someone else having to buy an Xbox to play a game like that I like. Now that XPA has been a thing for a while, I wonder if it isn't time for MS to rethink strategy. The Windows 10 Store has been largely rejected by PC gamers. One, it's MS, and many have an irrational hatred of MS, and two, it's not Steam. So I'm not sure titles really got a significant boost in sales by being available on that store. I used it a few times, and it's pretty slick, actually. But it's not a huge benefit to console-only gamers, in my opinion. There are two facts at work here. One, exclusivity is not really of benefit to gamers, but actually a benefit to the people trying to sell platforms. As I endlessly been told by gamers, it's why people buy things. Of course, having to buy a platform to play a game is not a benefit to the buyer, but the seller of said platform. MS decided with XPA that they would be better off by sacrificing that benefit to the Xbox platform and leveraging the fact that they also own a platform on the vastly most used PC OS. Hardcore gamers perceive exclusivity as a benefit to them. Largely incorrect as it may be, over and over it's proven to me that gamers value exclusivity at a personal level that is actually kind of ridiculous. I can only believe that decades of marketing around it, combined with inability to separate that which actually benefits them from that which benefits their favorite corporation, lead to exclusivity itself being hyped almost as much as any game. I actually had a kid tell me I might like Xbox if I had exclusives, as if he was referring to a genre of games. So as I look at the future Xbox, I have to wonder if MS shouldn't change course on this. Personally, I don't give a single rat's ass about exclusivity. I couldn't care less if every game it ever gets going forward is a console exclusive at best. Months of talking with gamers since the advent of XPA has shown me that I'm in the minority. The majority of gamers I talk to still equate exclusivity with something that is good for them personally, and I'm not sure Xbox should continue to swim upstream against the incorrect association. That is not getting into the notion that 2013 showed us that hardcore gamers are fickle and needy and need to feel catered or they will throw a fit. Exclusivity plays into that. Even if it's really for the benefit of the platform holder, gamers who associate that with a tangible benefit to their person actually feel catered to by restricting other players from being able to experience the game without buying the preferred plastic box. Shaking my head. Maybe it's time MS stops expecting gamers to see this in an enlightened fashion. It's an interesting experiment, but just like 2013, gamers just aren't prepared to see things in a new, different way. So why fight it? If what they say they want is exclusively for games so that people have to buy an X to play them, to the benefit of selling the X, to the benefit of MS, then maybe they should just give it to them. All right? So this is what Crazy wanted to say. Let me explain to him. So, see, he's making an argument of exclusivity bad because it's like you're forced to buy the console because of exclusivity. What he doesn't understand is it's not that you're forced to buy a console. What he doesn't get, and I try to say this over and over to him, why the hell should I buy a console to play games I can play somewhere else? He doesn't get that. I can play your shit somewhere else. I don't need an Xbox to play Xbox games. So why not buy another platform that plays those same games plus more? And we don't even have to play, oh, I got a PC, I can play those games. No, let's go PS4 versus Xbox. Just those two consoles one-on-one. If Xbox gets no exclusives and is running on multiplats, why do I need to buy an Xbox if I already have a console that plays those same multiplats? I'm already playing those games. What am I getting out of Xbox? And that's just a PlayStation versus Xbox scenario. Imagine a PC gamer. So you got a PC gamer, right? And now a PC gamer wants to be a multi-platform gamer. They want another platform. Why would they choose Xbox if they're already playing the games? Why would you spend $200 for like the 1S or $500 for the 1X when you're already playing those games? What benefit do you have paying $200 on a console where the library you already have? What does those $200 do for you? They do nothing. That's why he's not understanding. He's trying to pull the whole, whatchamacallit, what's anti-consumer movement. That's his angle. Bro, if I can play your shit, I don't need your shit then. If all you're going to give me is stuff I already have access to, I don't need the platform. For example, I'm going to buy an Xbox One S this November, not because of multi-platform games. It's not even because of the online. I don't care that Xbox has the best online. It doesn't matter. I can play online fine. I have no issues with PSN. So why am I buying a 1S? Because I want to buy Quantum Break. I want to buy Halo 5 or in a Blind Forest. Things like that. Now, can I get those on PC? Sure, I could get those on PC. I could get those either or. I could do both. I'm just going with the Xbox route because it's the cheapest. It's $200. I can't get a PC for $200 and play games. PCs aren't that cheap. Now, I'm not even saying, playing glorious 4K. I'm just talking about just playing 1080p, 30 frames. PCs don't do that $200. And then on top of that, like I said, I'm waiting for November because not only will it probably cost $200, but it'll probably come with like a bundle controller, a charging kit, 2 or 3 games. I could get like $300-$400 worth of content for $200, because Black Friday deals are crazy, or Cyber Monday deals. That's the only reason. It's bugged out. People don't understand that. I'm not saying that everybody has to agree, but a lot of gamers are not going to pick a console that does things other consoles already do. Again, why would I buy this console when all the other games are on another console and that console has more games? It's just crazy. Let me look through this. Let me hit some point. We'll go with his point. There are 2 facts at work here. I'm gonna read the first paragraph. I'm gonna read it again. Exclusivity is not really a benefit to gamers, but actually a benefit to the people trying to sell platform. As I endlessly been told by gamers, is why people buy things. Of course, having to buy a platform to play a game is not a benefit to the buyer, but the seller of said platform. And Mr. Cyber XPA that they would be better off by sacrificing that benefit to the Xbox platform and leverage the fact that they also own a platform on a vastly most used PCOS. So first fact, exclusivity is not really a benefit to the gamers, but actually a benefit to the people trying to sell a platform. I disagree with that. Because if I choose a platform that has exclusives, that means I have access to more games. So again, console A has multiplats and exclusives. Console B just has multiplats. What benefit am I getting from console B? It only does multiplats. I'm playing less games. I have access to less content. When you buy a console, the company will continue to make games for it. That's games you have access to. How is that not a benefit to you? If you buy console B and it only has multiplats, that's all you're going to get. While on console A, that console has the same multiplats, plus whoever made that console is providing more games, aka exclusives. And those exclusives is what gives the console identity. That's what makes the console known. Because it's doing something nothing else does. How is that not a benefit to gamers? Playing more content. I don't understand that. And then he says fact number 2. Hardcore gamers perceive exclusivity as a benefit to them. Largely incorrect as it may be, over and over it has proven to me that gamers value exclusivity at a personal level that is actually kind of ridiculous. Really? Okay. I can only believe that decades of marketing around it, combined with inability to separate that which actually benefits them from what which benefits their favorite corporation, lead to exclusivity itself being hyped almost as much as any game. I've actually had a kid tell me I might like Xbox if it had exclusives, as if he was referring to a general game. Or maybe he's referring to the fact that since Xbox don't have exclusives, why is he going to spend $200 to play something he already has access to? That does not make sense. The kid that you referred to is telling you, why should I drop $200 on something I'm already doing? That's what he's trying to tell you. He already has a platform that plays most of the games that Xbox is pushing. So why spend the money? At the end of the day, when you buy the box, you want the box to do something other boxes don't do. Now, if you're a one console only gamer, you're not going to really notice. It is what it is. But exclusives, especially if you're going to be a multi-console owner, you're a multi-console owner because of the exclusive library each console provides. How many people, and I see, what's up, Kid Smooth? What's going on? I do this weekly, yeah, I can't do it daily. But shout out to Kid Smooth. And now I'm glad you're in here, because I remember you have a video 2 years ago where you were disappointed because PS4 has no games. Why? Because every game that PS4 has, you can play on your Xbox. Clear cut. Clear cut. You weren't enjoying your PS4. It didn't have exclusive games. It wasn't doing anything you were already doing on your Xbox. That's you. Remember that little video where you had to comfort the Sony gamer? You're like, it's okay, bro, that you don't have no games. Think about that. Now, I'm only doing this because you got to cut that mentality out. Xbox needs exclusives, dog. It's just the bottom line. It needs its own games. It cannot live off of multiplats. Now, I know people be like, well, PlayStation lived off of multiplat. PlayStation 1, you're talking about the first 2-3 years of a console generation. If you look at the PS3 didn't really have a lot of games either in the first 2-3 years. You know, the first 2-3 years isn't decided. A console generation isn't decided on the first 2-3 years. It's the entire generation of libraries. Right? Number two, this whole power argument became a big deal was because the weaker console was more expensive than the more powerful console. And people were like, yo, what the hell's going on here? That would be like all of a sudden BMW 7 Series is the same price as a Toyota Corolla. People would just be like, what? You'll see Beamers all over these streets and no more Toyota Corollas. It's just crazy how this anti-exclusive movement is forming up. And I don't get why. I don't get why. If you have two products and product A is nothing but multiplats and product B has those same multiplats plus exclusives, product B is going to be the more attractive console. That's just a reality because you could do everything A does, but A can't do everything B does. That's just the reality. It's always been that way. Console generation after console generation, the best gaming platform has been the ones with the most games and the most content. I mean, that's the whole point of the console. It's a video game platform. It's a video game console. So this mentality that gamers are wrong for liking exclusives is just crazy. That's why they pay. You know, people are paying money for these platforms. You don't want to drop money on a platform that already does up on a platform you already own. If you already have a gaming platform, you're not going to buy another gaming platform that does the same thing. It doesn't make sense. You want that platform that you're about to purchase to do something different. And I think that's one of the reasons why Switch is knocking it out the park. Switch is going against the grain on everything everybody's saying. It doesn't have the multiplats. It doesn't have the power. Doesn't have 4K. Yet it's selling off the meat racks. Off the meat racks. Off the chain. Still sold out in stores. In fact, people are saying that the only reason Nintendo won't win November NPD is because they're not sure Nintendo's going to make enough consoles to push those numbers. That's crazy. But Nintendo's doing something completely different. And I think they're doing it in a fashion that people expect Nintendo to do, which is make portable devices. Because every portable device Nintendo made is fire. All their handhelds are fire. Completely dominated the industry. Completely dominates the industry. And now they made a handheld. Now, of course, it was touted as a console that you could take on the go, but I think more people are looking at it as a handheld that you could play at home. And I think Nintendo needs to follow that stream. But yo, this is bugging me. This is tripping me out on how so many gamers. And here's the thing: you're gonna see the truth. You know what it is? This little anti-exclusive movement is not gonna last long. It's not gonna last long. You're gonna get a wake-up call when November NPD comes out. That's when the wake-up call is gonna come. I'm telling you, Xbox is not gonna win November NPD. Not even close. Not saying the One X is not gonna sell. It's gonna sell good for a $500 console. It's gonna do good for a $500 console can do in the world of $200 consoles. It's gonna do okay. It's gonna do real good, but it's not gonna push the numbers you guys are thinking. Y'all gonna be disappointed when you see the reality that the weaker consoles outsold the more powerful one, and then that's when it's gonna finally set in that it's not about the power, it's about exclusives. You're gonna see. You're gonna see firsthand. All right. But anyway, this we need to stop the damage control before this gets out of hand. Because more and more people are believing, even now, they're trying to say consoles in the past, exclusive didn't matter. That it was about power. When it's an absolute fact, the weakest consoles have won the generations. Every time. The more powerful consoles didn't get the top spot, didn't get the best support. Time and time again, that's been proven. But anyway, this is your boy Puerto'S 77. You know, here just doing another Puerto'S Point live. Listen, man. Exclusive lives matter. Exclusive lives matter. Stop damage controlling. I mean, yo, Aaron Greenberg won't even admit that y'all having. Let me put it this way. I'll say this, man. 2015. I know I said I was going to leave, but let me make this last point. 2015, Sony execs live said that their exclusive lineup is looking sparse. We all know that. We all know they said that. And of course, that triggered, more console war, and it did what it did. We all know the results of that. But the main thing is Sony admitted there was a problem. They admitted something's wrong. You cannot deny that. You cannot deny that Sony didn't see an issue with their console when it came to their exclusives. They went out publicly. And yeah, some people say that was a dumb move, not a good PR move, but they kept it real. It was 100% accurate. They saw that their exclusive lineup was sparse. They had an issue. But yet at Gamescom, Aaron Greenberg says Xbox has been delivering exclusives all year long. All right. So my man, Big Homie, and I've been, Big Homie, let me answer Big Homie's question. If that was true, Puerto Rico, then why did everyone buy the PS4 over the Xbox One if Xbox had exclusives? I will explain this again. I'm going to explain this again. All right. Listen to me. All right. Xbox One was $500, and it launched out the gate with a shit show. You had people bashing Xbox because the May reveal, where they talk nothing but TV and sports, Then you had the E3 reveal, where there was talks about DRM and the $500 price tag. And then Sony announced you could buy a console for $400. All right. So Xbox launched out the gate with lots of issues out the gate. Lots of issues. All right. It's bad review, negative press. Hell, even Don Matrick didn't help no better, because when people were asking, hey, we're not really feeling this on live, instead of just saying some nice PR move like, oh, you know, we'll consider, you know, we'll talk more about this. No, he just straight out and told people, well, if you don't like it, we got a console for you, the Xbox 360, which a lot of gamers found that disrespectful, especially Xbox fans. You see what I'm saying? Xbox had a lot of issues. A lot of bad word on the streets. Gamers were thrashing it. All right. They forced Connect on you. So now with the exclusives Xbox did have, you have to ask yourself, let's take, for example, Rise. Is Rise the type of game that can convince a person, hey, ignore the negative press, ignore the bad reveal, ignore the $500 price tag, buy the console because you need to play Rise? Is Rise that type of game? And I'm not saying it's a bad game, but to the one who asked that question, do you think Rise was the type of game that can sell a $500 console? That's what you have to ask yourself. Are these $500 system? The dude's name is Big Homie 215. So think about it, Big Homie 215. Is Rise the type of game that can sell a $500 console that forced Connect on you and has such a negative press behind it? It's not that game. You know, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say Rise is a bad game. You know, but Rise can't sell a $500 console no more than Heavenly Sword and MotorStorm couldn't sell a $600 PS3. PS3 was $600, and they had games like Resistance, Heavenly Sword, MotorStorm. And I love Heavenly Sword. I love that game. I love Ninja Theory. But that game is not going to sell a $600 console no more than Rise can't sell a $500 console. You know, even Sunset Overdrive. Now, the one game I think probably had the best potential to really spark Xbox One sales was Titanfall 1. I think that game could easily spark potential. But they put the game on the Xbox 360 and PC. EA gave no incentive for 360 gamers to leave 360 and jump on Xbox One to play Titanfall. If anything, it helped them choose PS4 because they're like, you know what? I could play Titanfall on my 360. I'd rather save the $100 and buy a PS4. And now here's the thing. It's a game of, it's a chess match. A lot of the consumers Xbox One needed were Xbox 360 gamers. That's the truth. Microsoft needed Xbox 360 gamers to go from 360 to Xbox One. And they did a terrible job doing that. Sony did a better job of getting those 360 gamers onto their platform. Again, let me explain the scenario. You have a $500 console with a camera they didn't want. Your biggest killer app was Titanfall 1 in the first year and a half or so, right? What does Sony do? They release Uncharted Collection and The Last of Us Remastered. Now, of course, if you own the PS3 or if you are a multi-console owner, those are remasters. They don't mean nothing. Like me, I didn't play The Last of Us Remastered, and I didn't play the Uncharted Collection. I already played those games, so I understand what you guys are talking about. They're nothing but the remasters. I get that. But now ask yourself this. What if you were a 360 only gamer and never owned a PS3? Now you have a choice. $400 for a PS4 or $500 for Xbox One. You can play Titanfall on the 360 you already own, But if you go with the PS4 and say you could save $100 and you could play a game that you missed out on, which is The Last of Us and Uncharted that everyone's talking about. Some people don't think about that. A lot of 360 gamers left because they didn't want to pay $500 for Rise or Sunset Overdrive. They saved $100 and they played a game that they missed out on because they didn't own a PS3 because they weren't going to pay $600, $500. They weren't going to pay, or they didn't want a PS3 at all. Some people don't think about that. Some people don't think about how The Last of Us Remastered and Uncharted Collection actually pulled 360 only gamers onto the platform. Xbox had exclusives. There's no argument. But those exclusives were put in a position that people didn't see them as system sellers, simply because of how Xbox launched. Now, if Xbox would have launched at $300, no Connect, no talks of DRM, when they did the unveiling, they showed the unveiling of just games, not this TV talk, but hey, this is the Xbox One. It's $350, and you can see all these games. We would not be in this position that you're in now. We would not be in this position. Because listen, people have no issues with buying a weaker console for a cheaper price. Xbox One would not have these issues if it launched at $300 or $350. If it would have launched cheaper than the PlayStation and none of this DRM or any of this other crap, people would not have a problem with the Xbox One being 720p at $300 launching. Because it's an affordable, cheap console. People have no issues. It's like Five Guys versus McDonald's. Five Guy Burgers is a much better tasting burger than a Big Mac. But the Big Mac will always outsell it. Why? Because it's $4 compared to $9 for a Five Guy burger. People have no problem paying cheap prices for a less quality product. People don't always buy the absolute best. That's why Vizio TVs sell more than Sony TVs. People don't want to pay $3,000, $2,000 for those TVs. They're cool with buying the $500, $600 4K TVs and shit like that. The problem with Xbox is it was more expensive and the games weren't big killer apps. And Microsoft had a lot of issues. That's where this whole thing stemmed from. Now, Sony doesn't have those issues. Sony doesn't have an issue where people hate the product. If anything, PlayStation 4 is the most popular console in the world. It's the most popular console pretty much in every region. And it's selling killer exclusives. Big, huge exclusives. Big name titles for only $200. You see what I'm saying? That's not the same. That's not the position Xbox One was in. You already have this, you know, we already had the Uncharted. We had Horizon Zero Dawn. Soon we're going to have God of War, Days Gone, Spider-Man. And you could get all that for $250 or less. That's not the same position Xbox One was in. Xbox was put in a real bad position by Don Matrick. That's just the reality. He put that console in a horrible position. He had no business making that console for $100. He had no business forcing Connect. The console should have launched at $300, and things would have been fine. For $300, yeah, Rise is cool, Sunset Overdrive is cool. It's an affordable console. No one would have an issue with 720p. Sure, would you have your shit talking? Of course, you're always going to have your shit talking. But nobody would have a big deal. It's $300. It's not a big deal. Yes, it's weaker than the PS4, but it's also $100 cheaper. People understand that. Yo, exclusives matter. Xbox was built on exclusives. Nintendo was built on exclusives. PlayStation was built on exclusives. Every console is built on exclusives. Now, of course, multi-plat is important. You need the multi-plats. I'm not saying you don't need multi-plats. You need multi-plats. But when multi-plats are equal across the board, the main breakout is the exclusives. That will always be the main breakout. Because I would say more people are willing to play inferior multiplats along with exclusives than there are people willing to play superior multiplats with no exclusives. I think more often than not, looking at all the console generations, more people sided with the inferior multiplats but exclusives. Vice the other way. But that's just my view. Demand exclusives, Xbox community. Don't let up. Don't let the first 3 years, don't let the PlayStation trolls mind screw you guys. Exclusives matter. Make sure you let Ann Greenberg know. Voice your opinions. Don't let them think that they're doing a good job. Because if they don't admit that they're doing a terrible job, they're not going to fix the problem. They're going to think that you guys want nothing but controllers, which is not true. Don't damage control. Don't just keep it real. I'm buying an Xbox One S because of exclusives games that I can't get on my PlayStation, and I could get that for $200. If Xbox didn't have exclusives, I would not be getting the console. I'm not gonna get a console just to say I have the console. I'm not that dude. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not a YouTuber that's gonna buy a console to use it for console war. I'm not gonna be one of those YouTuber. Well, I got an Xbox, so I could talk. No, I don't care. I talk what I want when I want, whether I own the platform or not. That doesn't bother me. Right? If I get a platform, it's because I want to play the platform, not because I want to use it as an agenda tool. Nothing I do has an agenda tool. If I don't want it, then I don't get it. And I don't care if people agree or disagree on whether I should talk about something or not. I'm buying the One S because for $200, I get to play games that I can't on my PlayStation. And I'm choosing the One S over the PC because I can't play those games for $200. Right? My man Vert Brizzle says, when you're on the panels with people talk about this Bex experience, not the worst. Well, here's Vert Brizzle. This is a good question. You made a good comment because what's your definition of best experience? And that's what, see, your definition of best experience may not be my definition. My definition of best experience is not seeing a jacket that looks like real leather or better texture than another leather jacket. That's not my definition. I don't define best experience as textures and lighting. To me, best experience is, like, for example, yesterday I beat Uncharted Lost Legacy. That's an experience. And I can't do that on any other platform. To me, that's best experience. You know what I'm saying? That's just my definition of experience, is that actual content, not really so much the graphics. I'm fine with Xbox. Listen, you guys go click on my name, go look at my video library and sort it from oldest to newest. You will not see a video of me bashing Xbox One 720p or 900p. I don't do that. I don't see the sense. Never did. Never cared for that. Never cared to address that. I was never the type to be like, haha, another game that's only 720p. I don't care. Never cared for that. I only care about the actual gaming experience, whether it's an indie game or a big blockbuster AAA or a Japanese developed game or something in the middle. I know, man. A lot of people are saying that. A lot of people saying that they'll chip in, bro. If anything, man, if you have that extra cash, put a little $20 towards, Red Cross and help Houston out. Help Texas out. I appreciate that. I'll be honest, man. This community is crazy. You guys are awesome because I get, DMs, the people being like, yo, we'll help you. We'll put money up. Just get the X. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I appreciate all that love and support, man. But if you have that little extra cash, you know what I'm saying? I think now the people of Texas needs it more than I do. So you just go online, drop a $20, find one of those charities. Red Cross is a good one, or you can find a better one, something that can help out Texas. They need that shit more. So if you have that extra cash, put it towards them, man. Believe me, I'm good with the One S. I'm enjoy it. I'll ask you guys to send me friends requests and we'll rock out with Gears. Yeah, you'll be playing it in glorious 4K and I'll play it in whatever P it is, But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have a good time. That's all I care about. That's all that matters, you know? But anyway, it's time for me to get back on this baseball. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my season here. I made it to the major leagues, you know, but I'm playing for the damn Twins. Who the hell wants to play for the Minnesota Twins? Anyway, people, hey, you guys take care. You know what I'm saying? You guys take care. You guys are awesome. Hit the like button, please, and retweet. And I appreciate it. Hey, you guys are dope. And enjoy your rest of the day. And again, my heart goes out and my prayers goes out to those in Texas. Stay strong, right? Big country. Whoop-de-whoop. I'm out, people. It's your boy, Puerto'S 77. Check me out tomorrow. 60 Frames No Lag podcast, all right? Peace.